Hello, fiends, friends, and familiars. This is Matt Orozco here from Macabre Daily, and I'm excited today because I'm joined by Bob Colliers and Saïd Boumazoughe from Attack on Paradise. And I apologize, I just asked them both how to pronounce the names and just butchered it wildly. So Bob and Saeed are two of the filmmakers and actor behind the recently premiered Attack on Paradise, which just had its world premiere at Fantasia. And I just put out our review for it and love the ever-living shit out of it. So, gentlemen, congratulations on one hell of a great film.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mac. One and only Mac. Macabre Daily represent. Thanks, bro. Thanks.
I,
It was.
I
Thank you,
I had
bro.
I had well, it's a pleasure. Thank you both for the film. As I sent a message to Rosa and Brad behind the scenes, I said when I finished it, I was like, this movie fucking rocks, y'all. So my first question for you both is, um, what was the journey like from kind of script to screen? Because I know initially, Saeed, you had this idea that we wanted to see more superhero films, more real kind of grounded superheroes. But from that point, once you got involved, Bob, what was the production process like from there?
Well, yeah, Said came with the idea and a screenplay, and then Sven Huybrechts also joined to co-write with us. And yeah, we spend a lot of time together because yeah, when you have an idea, you also have a vision. So I wanted to know Said's vision inside and out, and from there I blended his vision with my vision. And yeah, when we were shooting, the Said trusted me completely, and he allowed me to direct my way. And during the shoot, we I like to work with a team because filmmaking is a teamwork. And during the shoot, there were a lot of times that we were prepared the scene, and that Said had an idea, or Clara came with other text or other suggestions. So yeah, it was a very nice collaboration with everyone.
And
Yeah,
Saeed,
I
how
think
different was this from the film that you wrote versus what got made?
you know the first draft of the movie was like a Mad Max in a building. Like it was like, yeah, for real. You had the gangs with like costumes, and then like rappers. All that was like the first draft was like 140 pages. And when I went to the producer, because I work a lot with 18 production, because that's how I met Bob 10 years ago. He started as an it's a movie that
Production
it calls
assistant.
Gangsta. Yeah, it was a production assistant. It was for me my first major role. And like the Circle of Life, 10 years later, uh, they uh, they introduced him to me. I said, no, bro, I want to work with Bob on this. So for me, the first draft was like way out of life. It was meta. It was big. It was the producer told me like say, I love the idea, but it's in Belgium, in Holland, it's not done to finance that because you're talking about the process. But for us to make this movie, it's really a blessing because it's unblemished. This movie, it's undutch because
Yeah.
you have in America, in Africa, you have they have the culture of action movies. We don't have it in Europe. You have it in France, you have it in Germany, but in Belgium, Brussels, Antwerp, Holland, we don't. It's like we are too shy to make these movies, and also it's too expensive because the budget for this movie was 1.5 million. It's nothing. In the States, you won't even shoot a commercial with that. With that, but just we realized uh, to make this movie. So for us, first of all, to finance, to have the partners with us was a big challenge. But like Bob said, we didn't grow up like you said. Also, we didn't grow up like with heroes. So that was my biggest element. That after three generations of diaspora, because my grandfather came to Belgium in 1956. So I'm here third generation. My son is fourth generation now that we're in it. And we don't have like, in the States, you have like a shaft, you have training day, you have
Right.
Denzel, you have like a heat, you have a dog day afternoon. We don't have it. And for me, it was like when they casted me for a movie, it was like playing character number 23, the angry Moroccan, the angry Arab, the drug dealer, the terrorist. And I'm like now 15 years in the business, and I'm happy that after like the last 7 years that I'm getting my parts. I said, no, I need a leading role. And then I was not always accessible enough to play a leading role. I was too dark to play Moroccan. I was not accessible enough. The producers, other producers didn't trust me to carry the story. So then I was inspired by the story of Sylvester Stallone, how he played Rocky. Low budget, just go, believe in your chance. And then I met a crazy director, Bob Collards. He said, you know what? I got you. He got me. He said, do your thing. I said, do your thing. And together we did a little dance. It called Paradise. So, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it
So,
actually really struck me when I read Said's motivation letter. It's crazy that before Paradise there still weren't heroes where some people could identify with. So that made us feel more strongly than ever that we have to make this movie because we think it's important to have heroes where you can identify with. I believe I believe that heroes can shape your childhood. So we that's why we wanted to make it also.
I mean,
yeah,
I think
it's
that
crazy,
that's
but I'm sorry, Michael, but I just want
no
I'm
good.
the first Flemish Moroccan action hero in the history of Flemish and Dutch film industry. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the first one after 50 more than 60 70 years. It's like after 50 60 Afro-American that you it's like crazy. It's crazy what we're doing. We're rewriting movie history in Europe, in Belgium, Holland. And the fact that you said you fucking loved it, it means a lot for us because for us it was really a challenge and also the appreciation because here they were like, oh no, you're thinking too American, it's too big for this world. But then, yeah, I'm honored and I'm glad to have Bob Collards and also the guys from 18 Production who said, no, fucking, we're gonna do it. And yeah, in France you have Banlieue 13, you have Yamakasi, you have like those type of movie. But in Belgium, I think we're gonna rewrite now history. Yeah.
I think so because there wasn't like for a long time like even the French avoided the horror films, particularly like the extremity movement showed the world that there is something really dark and disturbing happening in that part of the world. And I think you all are just continuing to demonstrate that there's more to the cinematic environment than what we're used to. And something that I picked up on is just that it's something we don't get a lot of here in the US. It's just really diverse casts that are kind of from the places that that represent multiple cultures on the same screen. So I think I counted at least two languages being spoken, probably more, like three,
More, yeah.
but you have Dutch, you have French, you have Arabic, like there's all these people commingling in one screen. And I'm curious if it was always the intention to have it be this kind of cultural, just
Yeah.
kaleidoscope of
Yeah.
people as opposed to,
Yeah.
it's focusing on one type of person or one group of people.
No. That's why
Yeah.
I always say to Bay, I don't want to make it an Arab club or a Moroccan club. And it's just because I come from that situation. I come from a series called Mokro Mafia, where it's only about Moroccan guys and we grew up in a city that holds more than 175 nationalities. We have
Wow.
Suriname. Yeah, we have like Mongolian actors. We have actors from Mongolia background, Chile, Korea, Japan, Chinese. So
I heard
that's
some
also what you
Spanish in
see.
there. The guy with the AK is like, Chinga tu
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
madre.
Yeah. That's a Spanish, and he's also a national champion boxing. Yeah, it's a real,
yeah.
it's national boxing champ.
Yeah, and
So that's
also oh, sorry, Said, but
no, 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 Zima.
also the fact that we also didn't want to use the usual suspects. We choose. We always Said also always said it's from the hood for the hood. So we were searching for new talent, and there are a lot of people in this film who comes from the street who don't have an acting school. So yeah,
I,
Look, the Mongolian, so the guy hoe zeg je, winkelkar.
The
Winkelkar.
shopping cart.
The shopping car, you know the scene with the gun. Those two guys, that's the first time that they play in a movie. That's my,
Yeah.
wow.
I know them, and that's I know the screen presence, and I also the guy who playing Vlad Chuko is an ex MMA fighter with a degree, a master degree in art, but never got his chance in Belgium. So we me and Bob, we like yeah, like the Avengers, like no, like well, like like X-Men, Professor Xavier. We were like searching for the mutants in the hood. Like okay, that's it's gonna fit. And also, I didn't want to together with Bob, we decided not to make it uh, just only Arabs at the door or only. So you have your gangs, the Panteras and the Black. So that's like in like the layers. But when you have me, number one, then you have Clara, because we could also choose for a blonde actress, beautiful. No, we chose really for act in her natural ginger actor. You have Ahmed Akabi, number three on the call sheet. You have Jamal bin Sadiq, XK1 world champ, who plays the lion, with the right hand of the bad guy, Prince. So to have those four names in an European as a main cast, it's really unique. It's unique to have that, and that's for me my yeah, it's my wet dream in a good way, or bloody.
Well, I think it's, I mean, I think it's part of the film's strength is that it does bring together so many different people, but it does so in a way that doesn't feel forced or inauthentic. It's genuine to the story being told. And I wish I had more time with you both because I could probably talk on and on about this film and all of the inspirations you draw from. But I just want to end this by saying to the both of you, Saeed and Bob, you both put together an amazing film. I think folks are going to have an absolute blast with it.
Thank
I
you.
certainly did, and I hope that you get as much praise at the festivals I'm giving you on the interview right now because this film is absolutely worth it.
Inshallah. Thank you,
So,
thank
thank
you,
you
thank
all
you.
for the
Hey,
time.
Mike, spread the word, bro. Spread the word, please. Spread the word in the States, bro. So spread the word.
I'll be your loudest mouthpiece out here,
Yeah,
as far as you can tell. So everyone, Attack on Paradise is at
warrior.
Fantasia now, but once it gets distribution and gets out more widely, we're going to make sure everyone sees it. So Bob and Saeed, enjoy the praise, enjoy the time at the festival if you're able to, and thank you all for the time today.
Thank you very
My
much.
man.
All right.
My man. Thank you, bro.